So the White House is expanding its crackdown on the rampant fraud, which continues casting a shadow over many U.S. states. Vice President J.D. Vance taking the wheel. He's leading a task force with the sole purpose of uncovering billions of dollars in stolen taxpayer money, our money. And so far, so good. The task force, backed by officials like Stephen Miller and Mehmet Oz, already uncovering heaps of theft, investigating suspicious Medicaid payments, COVID relief, student aid, government contracts. For the Inside Scoop, let's bring in Buddy Carter, Georgia congressman, sits on the House Energy and Commerce Committee as well as the House Budget Committee. It is great to have you here because that's just it. This is about American people's hard-earned money we give to the government and expect them to use it wisely. How do you think that this effort that they're making now, a very focused push, is going to change things?
Well, hopefully it will change things, but I tell you, there's a lot of problems here. First of all, how did it get this bad? One hospice operating under 112 hospices under one address. Yeah. That we need to have procedures in place that we can catch this before it gets to this point. This is something that is inexcusable. I don't know why we don't have these kind of procedures in place already so that this doesn't happen. Look at what happened in Minnesota with the child care centers. Why didn't we have procedures in place where we could have stopped it before it got to billions of dollars? We don't even know whether it was $9 or $19 billion. We need to make sure we got procedures in place. But I will tell you, I'm a pharmacist by profession. I had a company that serviced hospices, and I will tell you, those people who are frauding hospices, there's a special place in hell for them. I will assure you of that.
You're absolutely right. I talked to investigators, especially in Minnesota, who had been investigating this stuff going back to 2014, and they said when they told their superiors about this, they were told, keep it quiet, move on. And if they didn't, they were put in a different position. That's where it starts. The states have to take charge of this and take it seriously. So is this an issue where the federal government really has the ability to go in and check? Is this person actually putting in money where they deserve to get funding out, say for Social Security? Is this person really a Medicaid recipient? Do these people even exist? We had computer programs making names, creating names out of the blue, and the government was sending checks somewhere, sometimes internationally. How do we stop that?
Well, we should have procedures in place. And, with the technology that is available today, there's no excuse. And the states need to be held responsible as well. If they're not doing their job and checking this out and making sure that this fraud is not happening, then it should be incumbent upon them to face fines as well. We send them the money, give them that opportunity to disperse that money. They need to be responsible for that as well. There's another problem I've got to point out here, and it goes back to another problem in healthcare we had with skin substitute products. Yes. They were being abused. And what happens is that we called it, yes, we did, and we should clean it up. However, we have a tendency to swing that pendulum too far. Now, the skin substitute products aren't getting to people, which is going to result in more amputations. I hate to think that hospice recipients aren't going to be getting the funds that they should be getting because we swing that pendulum too far again. Yeah, the main thing is we've got to make sure that people and companies that are getting that federal funding that comes from our taxpayer dollars, that they're doing what they say they're doing with it and that they deserve to be getting it. So hold their feet to the fire. We sure appreciate your time this morning. Representative Carter, Georgia. Thank you. Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.